I'm gonna try to be really explicit about the tricks, the zip, and the everything we're gonna see about in this race. So here we go, Cutman first for John, and this is no surprise, Cutman first for Nero as well. So in Mega Man 1, you're gonna see a lot of post buffer when the people are actually pressing a reset twice really quick. So they're the iframe are actually the position of Mega Man is gonna be reset, so they're gonna be able to pass through, and the enemy without thinking without having like a knockdown throwback. So here on Cutman, you want to be precise. There's a lot of trick here with especially the moving head that you're gonna see in some few screens that are not RNG based, but they are time. Their movement is gonna depend on the time you enter the room actually. So here we got, and there it is, the first post buffer, I think. So you're seeing Nero here. Doing some touching select twice, really quick, taking damage boost into the stage. Really nicely done here. Both runners are doing a pretty good Cutman so far. So sometimes if you take too much damage on the last screen that you see, there's a big pellet of health here. You might want to take it if you're not confident about there's gonna be a big enemy robot guardian here, and it's all about RNG here, so he might gonna jump into you like this. So you need, and they're dealing a bunch of damage, so you really want to be sure you got enough life to make your way through. So here we're gonna see, it's really tight from now, so we're gonna see the boss fight from Cutman on both, and it's gonna be with the Buster. So the only thing you want to do is actually jump over his little projectile and then shoot him and keep him in the right corner of the screen there. So there you go, really well done for a both runner. So here, first screen into a leg. This is not an easy screen. There's 3 tight jump that you need to do. They are really, you can easily fall here and lose a lot of time. So that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see the zip from both players. We're gonna see, it's faster doing this route, but you still need to execute it pretty well if you actually want it to be faster. So that's one thing with the zip and everything. If you zip in Mega Man 2 or Rockman 2, we're gonna see that after. When you're zipping, if you actually want it to be faster, you need a good execution there. So Nero here is going to the left, which is a corner jump, a little bit tricky. It's gonna save you time, but it's really easy to fall actually, and we saw that on a lot of matches. People are going to the left, trying to jump, and actually fall down to the screen before and lose a bunch of time here. And Jonathan here is going to the right, a little bit more safe, but so here we're about to see the first zip in Mega Man 1. He's grabbing the ladder. There you go. No soft lock here. Pretty well done here. A nice grab for Nero. So here for the ladder, you actually need to press shoot and jump at the same time when you're looking to the right. A really nice one for Jonathan as well here. No soft lock from both players, so that's really cool to see. Because here, if you soft lock the game, there's no way. The only thing you can do is actually reset, and you're gonna lose about 4 minutes 30 at this point. So there we go. So you're gonna see the second robot guardian here dealing damage. It's always RNG. You can do a small jump or a big jump. If he's jumping over you, you're not gonna take any damage, but it's more likely it's really you want to be sure you got enough health, because you can't actually control him. The only thing you can do is maybe, if you don't want to roll the dice, is throw a few beams over him and try to pass him this way. So here we go. Nero just defeated Elec Man. Jonathan is a little bit more shy. Oh, on this section with the beam. A little fall here is not going to cost him a lot, but there it is again. So this section you can actually use these beams to be a little bit faster, but if you're not totally confident, or the magnet beam is really something you need to, the physics is a little bit weird when you're using it, so that's one thing I think the good Mega Man 1 player need to really work on, and to know if they want to if you want to do a good time on Mega Man 1. So here we're gonna see. So Nero is taking a little bath here. You don't want that to happen, because it's especially slower in the water for a Mega Man here. So more likely we're gonna see the ice zip here. So you put two beams looking to the left. You need to jump at the end, not before, or you're gonna die. So really well executed here by Nero. And he's not gonna need the refill in midway here. He's gonna do it. One jump. There we go. Another nice zip here from Nero. So here Jonathan's taking, it's pretty much copycat of what you just saw on Nero's hand here. We're gonna see. So he's going for the zip. That's a little bit higher. You really need to hit the right pixel for this zip. So really well done here by Jonathan. So there we go. So far we're seeing some neat trick from the players, and really well executed. So here Jonathan, he doesn't need a refill. He's gonna do it all the way like Nero. This one is pretty tight. It's hopefully he's gonna stay this way all the way through. There we go. So here you're seeing the third robot guardians. You always want to jump when you're going into the hallway before the bosses, especially on this one. If you're just walking, passing through the door, Mega Man's gonna stop for like half of a second, or so you're gonna lose a little bit of time. So always want to jump to keep the acceleration. So here we're gonna see Nero enter Fireman stage. There's probably one of the riskiest zip in all the Mega Man 1 game. The first four, when you're running Mega Man 1, the first 4 stages are really brutal and really technical. So we're gonna see a lot of resets from the players when they're doing PB attempts. But here the both players are handling Mega Man 1 pretty well. So here we're gonna see the zip. Every zip in Mega Man 1 are pixel perfect. You need to put the beam at the right place, or it's not gonna work actually. So it's really well done by both of the players. So here you're seeing the fire zip from Nero. Really well executed here. You can actually die pretty easily if your setup is not right here. You need to jump at the right section, not too late or too early, or you're gonna grab the ladder and be spawned at the bottom of the screen, or you're gonna be placed 1 pixel too high, and actually it's not gonna work. You're just gonna fall down and die. So here you're seeing the pose buffer. Really, it's used a lot of time for the bosses to. What you're gonna see is they're gonna shoot. Pause the time, and press select, really spam it. So there we go, Jonathan is doing the fire zip here, really well done. So no death so far on Mega Man 1, that's it. So yeah, sorry for the bosses. You're gonna see they're gonna press select and mash it, or you don't want to mash it. It's just you want a good rhythm here, and you're gonna deal damage from to the bosses when they're shut or in their hitbox every time you unselect the game. So here, usually you're gonna see the player jump and do a big jump and really ice the Sniper Joe here, because in Mega Man 1 the Sniper Joe they're gonna follow you from the end of the stage if you don't freeze them or kill them actually. So here, last zip from probably from Nero in this Mega Man 1. You might gonna see a little bit in the corridor in the Gutsman, but that's the last big one. So here, you want to place 2 beam. You can have a visual cue with the ladder, which simple things a little bit. There we go. So really nice fight from Nero. Just shot once on Bomb Man since he was in the jumping, and that's a really well done fight. You're gonna see the use here from Jonathan with the broken beam. I used to call it I think that's the name I gave it to it, sorry. I heard from another player, and I think it's way too perfect not to use it. So here you're gonna see Jonathan, making his way through the trying to set the beam, but he take a hit. And in Mega Man 1, unlike all the other Mega Man, even if you got iframes, if you're on the spikes, you're gonna die. So here, second time, but at least the checkpoint is right here. So here on this section, you can actually press any other key than left and shoot. If you jump, you're gonna die. If you press up, you're gonna die. So here you're seeing Gutsman, you're not supposed to have the broken beam here, so it makes the stage really easier. Like I was saying, you're gonna see Nero here, probably try to do some beam into the corridor in the hallway to zip a little bit. And that's gonna be the last boss for Nero in Mega Man 1. And Jonathan is right behind him. It's gonna start Gutsman. That's gonna be the last boss into Mega Man 1. So unlike all the other Mega Man, the first one only got 6 bosses. And here, no surprise, we're gonna see Nero playing Rockman instead of Mega Man 2. Player of the choice. They can take one or the other. Mega Man 2 is going to be a little bit easier. Enemies and bosses going to take few hits, but you're going to have a lot more techs. But in Rockman 2, you're going to save 42 seconds on the techs, but the bosses and the enemies is going to be way harder. So if you're not comfortable with Rockman 2, you're more likely to actually lose time and make your way a little bit harder. So here we're gonna see Jonathan with the hallway before Gutsman, trying to avoid to get shot here. So we got a nice little zip here from Jonathan, gets it just before the boss door. So he's gonna spawn into the blocks, and the game's gonna push you to the right. So here we go, he's gonna take the orb, and that's it for Mega Man 1 for Jonathan as well. So pretty good Mega Man 1 for both players. I think we saw probably less than 14 minutes for Nero, and I think it was like maybe 14-15 from Jonathan. So incredible time for both players. I missed the first screen, but I think Jonathan is playing here on normal Mega Man. So you're gonna see Flashman, instead of taking 14 shots, gonna take only 7 with the Buster. In Mega Man 2 or Rockman 2, for any percent, you're more likely to see 2 routes. It's gonna be either Flash, air, and eat, or it's gonna be Flash, eat, and air. So we're gonna see here Nero doing eat second, so he's gonna have to do the Yuku block section, which is gonna be a little bit longer, but he's gonna save time on Airman because he's gonna add the item 1 to actually jump over the big gap at the beginning and take more likely maybe damage boost through the Zeus enemy, which are throwing a lightning ball at you. Here, first zip for Nero in Mega Man 2. He's going with the quick setup. There's 2 setup for this one. Usually you're gonna you need to go in a specific spot on the ladder, pressing A and B at the same time, and then press down to re-grab the ladder. So it's gonna make the item tree going down a little bit. And you're gonna be able to, you just have to wait a little bit, go to the right, clipping to the wall, and then do a A or B trigger to actually make the zip happen. The A trigger is a little bit more difficult. You've got a window of 3 or 6 frames here. For the B trigger, it's way more easier. So here on Rockman 2, the bosses take more shots. So instead of 7 hits here for 8 man, it's gonna take 14 for Nero. And 8 man and Airman are the bosses with the most RNG. Or 8 man can give you 3 patterns. It's gonna be 30, 60, or 90 frames. So if you're doing a lot of 60 and 90 frames, you can actually lose like 6 or 7 seconds during this fight. And here we're seeing Jonathan doing the other route in Mega Man 2. So he's gonna be our second. He's gonna use Flash to avoid to get have the spike at the beginning. Here he's gonna kill those guys. He need to wait a little bit on the cloud, but it's gonna make the pattern a little bit faster maybe. So here I don't think he's gonna go for it though. For the fast cloud, you need to usually you want to expound the enemies a little bit faster. Oh no, he's going for it. That's too early here. That's a problem. So what happened here is actually for this one, to make it really safe, and you want to jump a little bit to the right. So you're gonna make the enemy spawn a little bit earlier. Oh, and we're seeing a nice little here a jump corner from Jonathan. Really well executed here. So that is not easy though. You need to the hitbox from the spike give you a little bit of time to or space actually to jump between them and on the corner, but that was really well executed. And here we're seeing Nero doing the quick air with the item 1, so you're gonna take a lot of damage here. And he's making the first what he's gonna do, he's gonna jump and then take damage from the bird. And then if you got 2 little birdsy on the screen, there is not gonna be any other one that's gonna appear, like on the Jonathan screen right now. So here you can see a little difference here. The big guy with the fan or pushing you with the air on Rockman 2 take 5 shots, and on Mega Man 2 is gonna take only 3 shots here to make them kill them actually. And on Airman, it's gonna be always the same thing for the pattern of the enemies and the dropping of the birds. But if you take damage or health pellet on the way, everything's gonna be delayed by a little bit. So here, nice fight by Nero on the Rockman. Didn't give him the and a death here from Nero on Airman. So that's the thing with Airman 3rd. You're gonna take a lot of damage boost in the first half of the stage. So You actually need a little bit of life if you want to make it through to the earth fight, but because if you want to make it fast, you need to take D-boost into the little tornadoes here. So that's not going to be a big loss. Maybe we're talking about maybe 13 seconds on Nero, but actually that's enough for Jonathan to catch up here. So it's really a tight round. You're gonna see for the two routes here. Actually, yeah, you still get you still get Spider-Man. He's a little bit behind with. You still need to do Eat Man, but the two routes in Mega Man 2 are air second or air third actually is like 7 or 8 seconds faster than the other one. But if you don't know actually how to execute it properly, you are more likely to finish with the same time. So here, really interesting thing. I think we're gonna see Nero doing for the big. Yeah, he's going for it here. So that's really impressive. So what you're doing here is, if you're familiar with the zip in Crashman, it's gonna be the same thing, but instead of setting it in the second screen, which is a lot easier, Nero here just set up on the first screen, and you're not gonna see that a lot in that tournament because that trick is really hard. So you're gonna see in Crashman and in Mega Man 2 or Rockman 2, you want to put some item 1 or item 2 and grab the ladder off screen and then press down. So he's gonna spawn you. I don't know exactly how many pixel ahead or higher than you're supposed to be. But this is one trick that you really want to do if you want to do a good time to Mega Man 2 or Rockman. So really nice climb from Nero here on Crashman stage. Oh, so we've got Jonathan here. It's not gonna be enough for he waited. He took the life. Spawned the item 2 a little bit earlier. I didn't see why though. But he's not gonna have enough for the big gap. He could have saved himself, or maybe if he have waited, that taking the life here and try to make his way with the post buffer. Because when you're doing the post buffer in Mega Man 1 instead of Mega Man in Mega Man 2 instead of Mega Man 1, if you're trying that in Mega Man 1, you're just gonna fall down like a rock. But in Mega Man 2, your position is reinitiated. So you're gonna be more likely to, if you can both post buffer your way through big gaps and everything while posing the game a little bit. So here, Quickman stage. I don't see Nero's gonna need to take a life here because he died on the Airman stage. So if you want to do the Goodwood, which you need to die, he's gonna need to take a life somewhere. So he didn't fetch the first one in Quickman stage. So there's another one on the way. He might gonna try to grab that one. Because on Mega Man 2, it's not Mega Man 5. The drop for the life are a little bit. I don't think it's lower than Mega Man 5. So you really need to plan it where you're gonna fetch that life if you die on a run. Because I will be really surprised to see Nero skid the Goodwood. So unfortunately, we got a death here for Jonathan, I think, on the blocks because he's doing it yet again. Might not gonna be really familiar with the block section here. You really need to take your time. It's not the hardest Yoku block section, but if you're not familiar with it, can be really tricky. So here we saw the first zip in Quickman, and there's the second one. So what you're gonna do is actually with the item 1 is you're gonna clip into the wall, and then you need to do a B trigger, and then before you're touching the end of the section on the right, you need to look. You need to look right. But when you're zipping, you're looking to left, so you need to do a little right. And if you don't do so, you're gonna actually soft lock the game here, which is really. I don't think you're gonna see a lot of players trying that trick, except for the top tier in Mega Man 2 or Rockman. So 8 man is down for Jonathan here. Is gonna make his way through quick man after that. We're gonna check. I don't think we're gonna see any zips, if I recall correctly. We didn't see any from Jonathan into in his last match against a Big Zeef 2 days ago, I think. So here, I think we're gonna see Nero going for the second zip here, which doesn't save a lot of time. It's like half a second. So if you want to be efficient and save time with that zip, you need to set it up really properly, or you're more likely to actually lose time when you're doing that. No, sorry. So Jonathan is going to Crashman the fourth. So that's the regular route for the any percent. So here Jonathan's gonna go to the zip. So you just put that's the way you're gonna see it from a lot of players. And here is gonna change to Eatman weapons. So what is gonna happen here? You need to take a death. But when you got Eatman weapons charged like this, you're gonna spawn usually in Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 2 when you die after the little jingles. So when you're using Eatman weapon, that's gonna cut it, and you're gonna spawn really quicker than you're supposed to be. So here with Nero, I don't know how many life. We're gonna check here, try to see how many life does he have. Okay, he's got 1 life, so he's gonna be okay for the good wood here. Because in Mega Man 2, any percent, you need to die twice when you're doing the zip. Once on Crashman and once on Goodman. So if you die somewhere, actually, you need to fetch a life somewhere, or you're not gonna be able to do the tricks. So there it is, good wood. That is the most impressive trick for the viewers, and when you're not familiar with Mega Man 2, when you see that, you're saying, okay, there's something wrong here. This is not supposed to happen usually. But it's not the most difficult one here, but it's really the most impressive one. So yet again, you're gonna see the use of Eatman to gain some time when the player are gonna take an intentional death on the next screen here. And you need to be careful not to die or drop too late, or you're gonna spawn into a glitchy YD3 stages, and you're gonna be stuck here. So here Nero is using, you don't want to use Eat for against Woodman. On the Rockman version here, you just want to take air, take damage boost, and then stay really close to him and shoot him with air. You're actually gonna pass through his shield, you can see that here. So it's really a clean Mega Man 2 for the both player here, which is really pleasant to see. So no zip for Jonathan here on Quickman. Just gonna do the regular way, make his way through the hallway here, shooting the salsa ball. I don't know what are their actual names. So, and you don't want to take a hit here, or it's gonna be really complicated, especially when you're trying to fight Quickman with a Buster. But here the both player have crash weapon, so it's only gonna take 4 shots for Jonathan on the Mega Man 2, and he took, I think it's 7 shots. All the weapon here for Nero in Rockman. So these fishes on Rockman 2 take actually 4 hits instead of 3. So you really want to be precise. It's really tight to actually try to kill them when you're jumping and shooting in diagonal with the metal weapon here. So there it is, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Quickman is done for Jonathan. On Bubbleman stage, one thing you're gonna see is people are using the people are using bubble. Actually, they're gonna do bubble at the end because it's a little bit slower when you despawn on this stage. And one way to make it quicker, but I don't think we're gonna see that from any of the player here, it's actually make a double KO with Bubble Man and dying on the spikes while he's taking the last hit. You're gonna despawn quicker, but that trick is really, really dangerous. So it's gonna be Mega Man 3 for Nero, and he's doing the Magnet first route, which is really the most consistent one, a little bit slower than top first. But to be efficient, we're talking about 7 or seconds apart for a really efficient topman first. So for when you're a new player to Mega Man 3, usually you're gonna see a lot of player and a lot of runner actually fence your Magnet first route. The only thing you're gonna have here is a little bit of RNG on the Magnet fight, but except for that, there's a lot of sections that are really easier, so you're gonna save a lot of time with Magnet weapon. So Jonathan probably went for the item 2 trick, trying to fly over the enemies, but I don't know if it was too high or too low, because if it's too high, sorry, you can actually despawn, or if you don't jump off screen where you're meeting the enemy, you're more likely to fall down the item 2. Ooh, and here a death for Nero on the spikes. So that's really unfortunate. This is gonna cost him way more time than the one he got on the Mega Man 2 on the Earthman boss fight. You're gonna have to do the Yuku block section yet again. So what he tried here is actually, that's pretty well done. I don't think he'd take any damage from the last enemy. But he did a slide, tried to shoot him 3 times and then land on the platform. Usually you're gonna see a lot of people just deboost in one of the shot and actually pass the guy without killing him with the iframe going on. So here you got Nero, have to be a little careful, really nicely done here from Nero. One more shot, it would have been a death for Nero. But in Mega Man 3, there's no zip, there's one zip, just a little one, so you're not gonna see any intentional death trying to save time anywhere. With Jonathan, I didn't see if he actually tried to, oh no he didn't. Probably killed the first dog, then flash the time, and he still tried to do a little zip here. It's gonna save you a little bit of time. But Jonathan here is not gonna go for the good wood. That might be a wise decision. I don't know how many life does Jonathan have. Maybe that's why he's not trying the good wood here.
Yeah, it really doesn't look like it, does it, Maz? How's it going? It looks like you were a little bit lonely in commentary.
Yeah, thank you. So we've got here OGN with me. So OGN, Richard, congratulations on your match yesterday. It was a pretty good one. So here I'm happy not to be alone for once in the morning for this 46 robots. Or
Yeah.
doing.
Doing pretty well, and it looks like Nero's doing pretty well too with some Magnet first strats in Mega Man 3.
Yep.
He's on to Hardman right now, and it looks like he's actually doing pretty well with the rush coil strats there. You know, it's really hard to mash down those monkeys sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna have some players who's gonna try to either take the boost here or trying to kill the monkey to avoid it to a little bit of lag. In Mega Man 3, that's where you're fighting against, or pretty much there's a lot of lag when there's a lot of an enemy on the screen. So
Yeah, I do. There's this Mega Man 3 runner named Mr. Swede, and he actually uses top spin for that, which I think is kind of interesting because you can actually one-hit all those monkeys with top spin, which is kind of it wastes the menu, but besides that, like, it's pretty consistent in that you're able to not have to like worry about mashing it if your mashing's not that good.
yeah, sometimes doing a little bit more menu is gonna cost you 1 or 2 seconds, but if you're really efficient with your strats, you're more likely to save time, so that's a plus.
Yep, and it looks like Jonathan's on to Bubble Man, the final boss in Mega Man 2, so he'll be on to Mega Man 3 soon enough.
Yep. So we just see here Nero actually take damage from the Hardman when he's dropping, so he's not gonna be freeze and he's gonna be able to move freely to shoot him while you're supposed to be freeze actually at this point.
So I didn't get to see any of the earlier parts of this match, but it looked like Jonathan didn't go for Goodwood. Is he doing zipless strats, or is he just... Was that just...
Actually, Jonathan had some difficulties into 8-man stage, so maybe he didn't have a life to do the actual Goodwood, but Jonathan did a lot of zips here. Mega Man was really incredible from both of the players. They both went for a Cutman first, did the zip in the leg, and no big mistakes for the both runner and Mega Man 1.
Very nice. It kind of looks like he's having a little bit of trouble here in the Bubble Man zip, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Jonathan. He's practiced for Mega Man 1 and 2. I think it was for the 46 Robot Master. But he's gonna have a really strong game at the end with Mega Man 3, 4, and 5. I think he's really efficient with these. So
yeah, it looks like he actually opted to just skip the zip overall and is just doing it the normal way.
So here we're seeing Nero fighting the big cats. So you're seeing here one difference between Top Man and Magnet first. So when you're using the magnets, I think it takes 5 to kill the big cats instead of I think it's 12 shots for
10 shots.
10 shots. Your mashing need to be really efficient here. That's one big difference you're going to see in Top End first.
Yeah, you really want, a low number of jumps there. I always like do 4 jumps to kill those cats when I'm mashing them down. But Hardman's ability, very good to kill Top Man in 2 cycles there, as you can see.
Yeah, and we saw Nero going for the quick platforming section just before the boss door, where you actually the hitbox from the 2P at first is really bigger than you think. So if you don't even land on it, they're gonna make you go a little bit to the right and boost you a little bit on the other platforms. So
yeah, and now
it doesn't save a lot of time, but it's not really hard to do, but it's really tricky, especially for 46 race. But Nero here he's going for all the tricks.
Yeah, I mean, his time is really good, and so he's going to be, trying to do as best as he can using pretty much everything he knows.
Yeah, absolutely. Nero all the world record for 46 Robot Master for some time before the tournament actually began. Now it's all by fast, but in this tournament, which is really a cool thing, I think we got 5 or 6 runner or can really pretend for the world record title here.
Yeah, especially with 6 different games, it's really hard to have all that knowledge of all 6 of them for all 46 Robot Masters. It's pretty crazy.
So here you can, I think maybe you can talk a little bit about the next section there for Nero with Magnet first.
So with these slides are very easy with Magnet. Oh, he got a big drop right there. Oh my god, that was scary. But yeah, you just need to pretty much realize, like when you get drops like that, you gotta hold your jump button longer than you normally would in your rhythm, because you kind of get like a rhythm down whenever you practice this stage. But like that's the thing that comes with experience, is that you actually can understand, when you need to keep your jump button held a little bit longer, and he does that with ease.
So
looks like Jonathan's having some trouble with some of these yoke blocks.
Yeah, you got the big magnets here trying to pull you to the right. But so we're gonna see 2 magnets first here. No Top Man or Gemini first. So magnet's pretty much one of the efficient, like I said, route here. It's it's a little bit slower than the Top Man, but when when you're efficient with it, it's actually really a consistent and fast strat to do.
Yeah,
so
it's definitely
Nero. Oh, sorry, go for it.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, like, Magnet first is definitely the one that like people will recommend to newer runners.
So one of the scariest, I think, stages in Mega Man 3, when you first start and when you actually played it as a kid casually, it's a Gemini stage.
Even when you're running it, Gemini is one of the harder stages.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we're gonna see a little skip from Nero. So what he's doing is actually he's gonna slide
Let's see
just
if he can
before
get the
entering
zip
the next
too. He
screen.
gets the zip too. Very nice.
We're gonna see. Oh yeah, you got it. Oh wait, that's one. It doesn't save a lot of time, but it's really neat to see. That's the only zip you're gonna see in Mega Man 3.
Yeah, that zip. Pretty much you had to be sliding while you hit the little tadpole enemy there, and then you're able to basically, when you get damaged, you slide through that little section of blocks. It does save a little bit of time because you don't have to mash it down, but
yeah, the timing is really, you need to wait a little bit for that tadpole though. So, and there's two setup for that one. You're gonna see, I think,
block slides.
Oh yeah,
These are always scary to watch.
yeah. You don't have for a lot of time to slide on these blocks here, so that's really impressive to see.
Yeah, very nice to see. There's a couple arrows to make sure that you can make this jump over this guy on the Gemini fight, which luckily is easy enough.
So here you're gonna see Jonathan actually trying to kill the first monkey to avoid to having two monkey on the same screen and reduce the lag a little bit.
Yeah, as you can see, if you're not as good with your mashing, you lose some health and you lose
some time. Yeah. So in Mega Man 3, you actually instead of unlike Mega Man 4 and 5, you can't actually, and 6, you can't actually move once you kill the boss. So you're trying to kill every bosses to be in the middle of the screen. So you're not gonna have to see the little animation from Mega Man just walking slowly and painfully to the middle of the screen.
Yeah. And now with Nero, he's going through Needle stage. He's going to switch into Magnet for the second portion, and you see him switching on the ladders. You really want to do that because you save an input of letting go of the ladder when you leave your pause menu. A little bit of optimization, but every little bit counts, right?
There we go. Every frame, you want to shave every frame, especially when you see a player at the level of Nero.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And it looks like Jonathan finally finishing hard.
Yep, there we go. So from Nero in this stage, from a Needleman, the stage especially with Magnet Rail is really straightforward. You're not gonna see a lot of players lose time here, but the worst thing is actually in this stage is the fight itself with the LB boost here, really nice against Needleman. So you're gonna use Gemini weapon, and prepare, guys. You're new to one in the chat, so we're gonna see that.
He's fine.
He's fine. Which thing are you using? You're a little bit in front of me.
I'm just looking at his stream.
So pretty good fight. Okay. So pretty good fight from Nero here. If you miss the shot, you can actually shot another one. You need to wait for your beam to despawn, and that takes about 7 or maybe 8 seconds. It feels like an eternity, and you can actually reset here if you got a really bad fight on your run.
Yeah, those new dual lasers can be real trolls sometimes.
Yep.
It looks like actually Jonathan dies. Not sure how that happened in Shadow, actually. I wasn't paying close attention, but I saw the death.
Yeah, that was really close for the at the beginning, so he more likely to have I don't know, taking a lot of shot, but
did he just... Oh, he's taking an intentional death, it looks like.
Oh,
because he's dying again. I guess maybe he's worried about the last section? I don't know.
Maybe.
If he has 2 lives, I guess he wants 3 lives. Did he pick the wrong stage? Oh, he picked the wrong stage.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So the thing here, well, that's pretty good decision here, because Shadow Man with the Buster, when you don't have Top Man weapon, is more like one of the artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more one of the artists fight, or if not the artist on Mega Man 3, if you don't have the right weapon here.
Yeah, interesting. Shows how much I know about Magnet First Route. Just whatever, I don't know. But yeah, no, I don't know the Shadow fight without Top either. So I don't blame him for game overing so that he can pick
No, it's
Top Man.
not. You can manage for, I think, pretty much like a lot of bosses in there. Like Top Man with a buster is really easy, or
Yeah.
Needle. Even Needle can be managed, but you need to shut him. I think it's 24, 28 times. But Shadow Man is really aggressive when you're trying to shut him with a buster. You really need some practice. If you're going there blind, you're more likely to take a game over.
Yeah, I take like 100 game overs in Shadow. And it looks like Nero finishing up Snake Man. Pretty smooth stage by him. I'm super wrong here. As he goes on to Spark Man.
So yeah, like we said, Nero here is going for the top hill, so he's gonna try to kill Snake while he's on the middle of the screen and on the top of this platform. So you're not gonna have the animation of Mega Man trying to go to the middle and then jump on the platform.
Yep, so with Sparkman, luckily, kind of like Snake Man, where you use Jet the whole stage, Sparkman's a pretty relatively straightforward stage compared to some of the other Mega Man 3 stages like Shadow and Gemini.
That one is really cool. The first screen here, the first jump, this one is not an easy one. When you try at first, it looks really easy, but to slide and then do the little jumps here, you don't have a big window that you can actually slide or to avoid to get hit at this place. So here, I don't think we're gonna see any rush jet strats for Nero on Sparkman stage. It's gonna be all the way. It's really a safe. At the end, the last section is kind of easy once you know how to manage it. But still,
Yeah,
we saw some players really confident here actually fall down and lose about 25 seconds at the last portion.
Yeah, if you don't know how to do the last portion, it's kind of hard. But slide jump, you're probably doing slide jump walk. Yeah. So this is the slide jump walk method. You basically do slide jump walk, slide jump walk, slide jump, and then it's pretty much free every time. Some people, like, you know, fast at CC, will do sliding instead of walking and actually be able to, you know, save a few frames there. But
yeah, we're talking about frames here.
Yeah, but
for something that is way more risky. But Fast doesn't hold the world record for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. He's got that 34 flat, you know, gonna get that 33 one day. Now Nero's on.
We're waiting for it. So Nero's on his way for Mega Man 4.
Alright, it looks like he's doing Brightman first, as opposed to Pharaoh Man. This only loses a few seconds to it, but it's definitely a lot more consistent for that Pharaoh Man stage.
Yeah, I think on Mega Man 3 you're gonna have like a lot of discussion and people are gonna do a lot of different routes here. But for Mega Man 4, I think it's really down to Brightman and Pharaoh because these two weapons are so useful through the game that...
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like he gets a little bit of damage boost there, so he doesn't have to fully wait on that one grasshopper, which is very nice. And it actually looks like Jonathan. Uh-oh. This is quite unfortunate. This is one of the properties of Topspin, that when you basically take or are in his hitbox while you're in iframes, you're losing, you know, Topspin energy, which is very, very unfortunate because he had to switch to Hardman for that. But it does look like he does kill Shadow, so that's not a super big issue. Yeah,
even if you drain it, if it's at the end of the fight, you can manage yourself with a buster, so...
You know, it looks like Nero here, he's going into Brightman, he's gonna finish up this last section, hopefully not have any issues. We've had some runners have some issues with this last screen when they usually wouldn't have. Just because, I don't know, maybe nerves or something, they're in a tournament race and sometimes they just fall down the pit.
Yeah, I used to, well, I actually really hate this stage. I don't know for you, Richard, I just learned Mega Man 4 for that tournament, and Brightman was a brutal welcome into Mega Man 4 wall.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, I was pretty much, so like before I learned about Chelney's tutorials, I was actually just I did Pharaoh first and then Bright, and both of the
Mhm.
stages just seemed really hard to me.
The first half of Mega Man 4 is really brutal.
Yeah, for sure. Ringman is like my number one enemy, for sure.
Especially when is your first time. You're playing Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and now you're jumping to Mega Man 4. You're taking damage, damage from the body damage from the bosses, and you're like, holy smoke, they're dealing a bunch here. I think it's 8 damage from pretty much all the bosses except maybe for Pharaoh.
Yeah, Pharaoh I think deals 4.
Yep.
I don't know. Colonel Fatso's in chat. He can drop all the MM4
All
knowledge
the
bombs.
information, yeah. We got all the runners here probably in the chat. We've got a ton of knowledge here about every games on the series.
Yeah, it's crazy how high the level of all the runners in this 46 Robot Master Tournament are. We have experts for pretty much every game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So here,
Like yourself, you're an expert in Mega Man 2. Quote unquote expert.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go.
Okay, let's
So
see if
we
Nero
got
gets
Janet-
the... Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, Nero
So
got
yeah,
the...
gonna go with the Rush Marine strats.
Oh no, is he gonna run out of Marine? Oh my god, that was scary.
Do you think I'm watching? Which link are you watching? Because you're always in front of me.
I'm just watching their main streams.
I'm watching the main streams too.
I don't know,
It's
you might
probably
wanna
my
refresh.
Canadian connection, or
Yeah, my internet's decent here in Texas, but yeah, it looks like this Pharaoh, these platforms, Nero's just going to slide. Basically, you know, when you slide to the end of each of those platforms, you're gonna get caught on the platform, so you're never gonna fall off, and you can make sure you can jump as far from the right as possible. It's
and
always
one
nice.
difficult thing for the
no,
runner, I
Jonathan,
think.
No. Oh wait, that was Nero. Sorry, Nero. No.
So yeah, one I think I'm gonna about to see it or something.
That was,
Okay.
an unfortunate missed jump there.
My God, you're
It does
like
happen to everyone.
15 seconds in front of
15
me.
minutes ahead of you.
So I was saying one bad thing or one really difficult thing for the runners in this tournament. So you need to deal with a lot of changes in the physics from all the Mega Mans. So when you're in Mega Man 3 and you're sliding, you can jump. Actually, you're gonna be able to jump a little bit, some frames, a little bit. It's gonna be too late from you can jump into your slide a little bit too earlier into Mega Man 4. There we go. Sorry. So it's really difficult for the runners to adapt from all these situations and changes in the physics from the games.
For sure. Looks like Jonathan's having no issue with Needleman, at least, as he goes into the last section of that stage. Now Nero's on the Pharaoh fight, and this Pharaoh fight is sometimes pretty scary if you get Pharaoh Man jumping around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can see Nero's going to try to stay in the middle of the screen to try to force Pharaoh Man into the middle, and he does get it. And it looks like he gets the pixel. He tries. You can see him jumping at the end of the stage. Pretty much, if the last pixel of Pharaoh Man's explosion leaves the screen as you're in a certain spot in the middle of the screen, you get a little bit. You can get a little bit of an animation skip there. Save a little bit of time, but he didn't get it, unfortunately. It seems really hard to get.
Yeah, I was probably when you know where in, then it's pretty easy. But for me, I think there's a lot of player or not runner of Mega Man 4 didn't really try to learn it. So it's just gonna be about staying in the middle, trying to position yourself.
Yeah, if you do get the pixels, if you get all of them, you get. What is it, a 5-second time save or something like that?
I think so, but something that you really want, in Mega Man 4 is actually try to kill the bosses in the middle of the room, and really nice battle climb here from Nero, by the way, is because you're gonna have the Mega Man's gonna despawn when when you're killing a boss, the music's gonna start when all the little I don't know. Explosion, from the boss is gonna be out of the screen. So if you're killing them in the corners, it's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna be way longer than if you kill them
Yeah, I think there was a video. It shows like it's actually like 2 seconds slower.
Yeah,
you get a
and
corner kill than a middle kill.
Yeah, so 2 seconds for well, 7 robots here because you're changing on the last one. It can save you 14 seconds just for that. So
yeah, that's a pretty significant time save if if everything adds up. It looks like Nero, he's gonna damage boost through this last guy, and it's gonna leave him probably with 1 hit left for Ringman. So if he does the fight right, everything should be the same every single time with Ringman, so he shouldn't have any issues, but sometimes, you might just slip a little bit and die. Let's see if he gets it.
Yeah, at this point, I think we all know that Nero is pretty confident about all his strat.
Yeah.
He's going for it on every tricks, everything he knows is gonna do.
Easy every time for runners like him. For me, for runners like me, definitely not.
There you go. Nero makes it look pretty easy on every game.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see if Jonathan goes for single block slides at the end of Snake Man. Just kidding. Those are really scary to watch. Doesn't save a lot of time, but it's really impressive when you get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we're entering Dustman for Nero, and we'll be able to see, the brokenness of the Bright Flash.
So he's gonna go with Bright here, Bright Stress, which is a little bit safer than Pharaoh Strat that you saw from, I know Primal tried Pharaoh, but you're gonna see a lot of the runner just going for Bright here.
Yeah, and you can see him on these blocks. He's sliding off the first little block that comes up from the bottom of the screen, and then landing on the second one. Those are always free slides. I'm always scared to do them, but they are very safe. And it looks like for the second section, he's going to be switching into ring.
Yeah, that was an incredible section here.
Yeah.
And one funny thing about Nero is if you check on Mega Man RTA, he's actually one time for the classic Mega Man game. He's got a time for Rockman 2 in 27 something and some change. But actually, I'm pretty sure that if Nero wanted to put some times into the other games, he can actually be in the top 10 for a lot of them.
Yeah, especially with his ability to apply the 8 robots in them for sure. We'll see how nice Dustman is with his pattern. He lands in the middle. Alright, he does the sucking, but that's okay, because Nero's got enough health to damage boost through that. Got a middle kill, so that's good.
Yeah, when Dustman is trying to doing this the sucking here, actually, it's really it's gonna time, or if you want to avoid that, you need damage boost, like the fight with magnets. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. So Jonathan's fishing up Sparkman. I wonder if he does slide jump block or not. It looks like he's switching to Buster to kill that block. Normally you want to just jump over that block instead of switching to Buster.
Yeah, if you don't have enough, usually with the magnet, you're gonna try to...
Oh my god, Jonathan! Oh, okay. Oh my god. Right. Made
Killing
it
the second block here is just gonna be to avoid a little bit of lag.
Yeah.
So nicely done here. Oh, we're seeing the zip from Nero on the Skullman section. Yeah. So unlike Mega Man 1 and 2, if you're in the if you're trying to zip and you're in the level, the game's gonna kill you. It's not gonna be not gonna allow you to be into walls and something. So you need to take damage and try to do that zip with iframe.
Oh my god, Nero, no!
Oh, something happened here. I'm about to see in probably in a minute or two.
Yeah, anyways, so sometimes, that some pits are pretty scary, especially in Skullman.
Yeah, there's 2 tight jump here.
Yeah, at the beginning of the screen and at the end of it. But luckily, it is the checkpoint room, so he doesn't lose all too much time by doing it. But yeah, anyways, with Balloon in that stage, we saw some sick balloon jumps. Those balloon jumps, you might be like, how is he jumping? There's no balloon on the screen, but the little flash that happens when the balloon animation starts actually creates a hitbox for you to stand on. So that's what he was doing earlier on in the stage.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes in video game, your eyes are fooling you. Sometimes there's things on the screen that doesn't appear, but their hitbox are there actually.
Yeah. It looks like Jonathan's finally starting Mega Man 4, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Let's see if he, makes it through Bright Stage, which, like we talked earlier, if you're not familiar with this game, it could be a very hard stage.
And yeah, Jonathan is doing pretty well here, according to his PB, which is 2 hours and 16 minutes. He's him and Nero are 30 minutes apart. So to be catching up like this on the same game is really impressive. He's doing pretty well. Yeah. I don't think Jonathan's PB really is a 2 hours 16. Probably he can do a 2 hour 05 at least, or sub 2 hours.
Yeah. Nero again abusing the power of Flash Stopper here.
You're gonna see that a lot.
Yeah. Now it's really hard to do this screen on 2 flashes. I usually have to do 3, but he does make it through. There's some very precise slides. The water sliding in Mega Man 4, very similar to, say, a Mega Man 6, where you can't actually jump out of your slide. You have to switch your direction to do so, which is very scary considering the rest of the physics in Mega Man 4. When you're above water, you're not actually you don't have to slide for your full slide. So definitely something to get used to when you're playing this one stage, and at the end of Toadman stage, where there's a very small water section at the end of the stage.
Yeah, you're gonna see sometimes player trying to be a little risky here and sliding a lot, and actually just miss on the D-pad or something, and actually fall down to their death into the spike section.
Yeah.
And here, talking about spikes, you really need to be careful in this section, because the green spikes here, they look pretty small, but the hitbox is actually pretty large. So I found myself dying at this place more than once.
Yeah, Dive Man is definitely a scary stage. Dive and Drill are my scariest ones for Mega Man 4, in my opinion.
Yeah, Dive Man is really something here. After that, you got Drill and Toad. It's really a relief on Mega Man 4 when you are these 2 stages, because I think they are pretty much, for me, the easiest, or they don't cause a lot of problem with Skullman.
Yeah, they don't. It looks like Drill Man stage. Now, this is going to be a stage where Nero's going to want to be careful with his Bright energy, because he's going to want to make sure he has Bright for that last screen.
Yeah, or you can actually, if you want, if you run off of Bright, you can actually try
use
to back up and use Skull, yeah. Which is not a bad idea for sometimes with when you get scared here, or you can have some life drop with Skull, so, which is always welcome for me.
Yeah, for sure. These first, the thing with the Drill stage is it's very straightforward when you just freeze everything, because nothing's going to move, and it's very...
Well, that's something that Mega Man 4 bosses pretty well.
Yeah. And then as he enters the room before the checkpoint room, he wants to freeze all these guys before they shoot bullets. Very nice.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I think we saw yesterday, I don't remember which runner. Actually, when you freeze the time a little bit too late, you can take a D-boost and try to the spikes. It's gonna be a little slower, but if you're not comfortable with it, you're gonna need to wait a long time before making your way through. Yeah,
because the Bright Stopper the last 5 seconds, so you don't want to be waiting that whole time. You definitely do want to try for the damage boost if you don't get if you do get the bullets on the screen. Looks like Jonathan's on to Ringman now. We'll see how many dives Drillman gives. Or should we say Dive Man number 2?
Yeah, they were probably cousin or something.
Alright, let's see. He gets so the first dive that Drill Man gives that always happens, and it looks like he got the first one. And he gets another dive too. That's unfortunate. Oh my god, okay, alright. I was hoping that he didn't dive a third time, and so that's good.
No. So here we're seeing Jonathan on Mega Man 4 and 5. Jonathan is really gonna cut time, I think. He's a good player here, so I don't think we're gonna see the advance or the of Nero. It's gonna strike distance on this one if everything goes well for Spider.
Yeah, never underestimate being good in the later games too, because you want to make up anything you really hope to make it up in the later games when you kind of know the positioning of the other player and stuff. Yeah, so Toadman, Nero's just going to be using Flash Stopper here. Going to be very straightforward, sliding through this first screen on the first use of Bright. These first two platforms after the long section are kind of scary for newer runners, but once you get the muscle memory down, you can do 2 slides and then just jump off of them.
But even for you're going to see a lot of this from all the runners. That's a big threat actually in the Toadman stage. These 2 jumps. After that, it's pretty straightforward. But surely you got the most difficult fight of the game though with Toadman. So you really need.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, just mashing that, or well, not mashing. Obviously, you don't want to mash the drill button, but pressing that drill button.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
Sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna skip through these guys really easily, no problem. And he has just enough Bright to finish off this last room with ease, just sliding through everything as he goes into Toadman. Then he's on to Mega Man 5, where we get to see all the fun super arrow usage.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see some glitch. We're gonna see a lot of arrow use. This is the key to success in Mega Man 5.
As you can see, since Toadman is the hardest boss, Nero had a very hard time with the entire boss fight. Very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so yeah, the stage that you get Super Arrow in is Starman, so that's why we do Starman first.
Yeah, there was no question about I think the route into Mega Man 5 instead of other games that we're gonna see some little difference.
Really. 2 and 3 are definitely the biggest route changers, like in terms of like different number of routes.
And here we're seeing from Jonathan some really neat trick. This section is so laggy with the blocks. You're gonna see a lot of runners taking their time, but really nice section from Jonathan at this place.
Yeah, very nice. And then we see, good use of Ring here in this last section as well.
You're gonna see people are gonna use either some type of Buster or the Ring. Both are pretty efficient, I think, but.
Yeah, Ring is definitely what you want to use if you're good with using it. The only thing is, if you're not confident in your Dustman fight, you might be left with a little bit less Ring than you want to be able to kill him. But it looks like Jonathan's fine with that. He even got he probably didn't even need the big ammo boost, but he got it anyways. So he should be fine for this fight.
So here, first fight for Mega Man 5. In Mega Man 5 for Nero, it's gonna be against Starman.
Yep. And it looks like this.
It's really like a dance. Yeah, it's really like a dance with the Starman at this point. You can shoot through his shield if you're standing really close to him.
Yeah. And the good thing about his shield is like it's gigantic, so you have a ton of space to shoot in it. Yeah.
That's one thing actually I learned from Baron on my first race, because I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Baron's got some really good tutorials for Mega Man 5.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's the world record holder, and Baron aids. I mean, for all the games, I think if you're really new to the Mega Man series, you want to start learning, or actually just perfect yourself. There is a tutorial for every game, and really, explained in detail and in depth by incredible runners. So
Yeah, definitely.
so I don't know if you got the runner stream open, but I'm pretty sure that here Jonathan is probably on PB pace here at this point, and he's gonna try for the zip here for in a Skullman. It's done
and he gets
really
it.
well done.
Yeah,
There we go.
very nice. Looks like he's practiced his balloon jumps too. So, you know, at the end of that first screen, he does a nice jump there. So Jonathan definitely knowing, you know, the ideal strats for Mega Man 4. We'll hope that you know, he'll be able to catch up sometime and get a PB out of this, hopefully.
For Jonathan, Mega Man 4 is his best game. I think that's the only one he got for the Mega Man. On Mega Man RT, he's got a 41-12 with a rank of 32, so...
Oh, nice. Yeah, and the Nero here, he's going into Gravity Fight. Very straightforward. With Starman's ability. Yeah.
There's no
always the
RNG.
same.
Yeah.
It's just
Once you know how
execution.
to fight him. Yeah, there we go. For the newer runner though, one thing you try to avoid is well, you don't want to take hits from the guy first, but when he's shooting at you and you got the shield open, that's actually you're not gonna take any damage, but you're gonna need it's gonna cost you a few items here. So sometimes for the new runners, you can see some people run out of star power. On this fight.
Yeah, those bullets can sometimes, you know, if you don't know the pattern, those bullets are just gonna eat up your Starman power, which is pretty bad. If you have to switch to Buster, lose a couple seconds that way. Now he's going on to Gyro Man, so Gyro Man will be seeing a lot of use of the arrow in this first screen. And then a later on screen, as he goes up this elevator, actually, he wants to shoot 2 arrows on the other screen. Hopefully he'll have 1 arrow left over, or 1 arrow left over here. Very nice. That just saves a couple seconds on the next screen, so that he doesn't have to.
I think that's the first time we see it, but one really good strats or techniques here that you're gonna see good guys. You're gonna see the arrow. So it's gonna drain up a little bit less than it used to if you're just standing on the arrow. So the only thing they want to do is to have 1 shot left here to save a little bit of time to get the refill.
Yeah, if you're walking forward off the arrow, you're basically like falling off of it, but the arrow just keeps catching you. So you save some frames of your ammo getting taken up.
I
Which
think
is definitely
Stanley was
important.
saying it was every 4 frames that it's gonna heat up. So if you're running, you're gonna save quite a few frames there.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to some of the other weapons. Like, is that how item 2 works in Mega Man 2?
No, if you're running to the right on the item 2, it's gonna
okay.
drain up at the same.
Oh, never mind then. But it does catch you, right? Like if you're
Yeah,
walking
absolutely.
forward. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have the little glitchy Mega Man trying to look like he's having a seizure or something.
It's always funny to see Mega Man,
Yeah.
you know, look like that. Now Gyro Fight, very straightforward. You just want
to you don't want to mash too quickly. Just have a good rhythm here. You got just enough shot for the gyro fight here, but when you're shooting, it's taking the whole screen. It's making damage. So
yeah,
pretty much probably the easiest fight in Mega Man 5.
Yeah, for sure. And now Jonathan's going on to Dive Man. The fight's same every time, but he does have to be careful because he's just got 1 hit. If he does get hit, then he dies. Oof, that's unfortunate. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you're fighting really close to Dive Man, so you're more likely to take hits here.
Yeah.
You have to be really careful. So here, one of the quickest stage into Mega Man 5 that we're gonna see on this tournament. So, do you want to explain the trick before it starts for the viewers?
We'll see Nero kill himself here. And so with this warp, pretty much with the properties of these guys, the little cups with the balls floating above them, as you can see, that second guy doesn't actually have a ball on him. Now, I don't know exactly how this works, but crazy shenanigans of Mega Man's position being written to whatever the ball's number is. I don't
it's
know.
really technical. It's about memory issue. I think Parallel says that the game is trying to. You're going through at why it's taking so much time because the game is trying to put you like in 160 different places, and actually the next checkpoint is gonna be
The boss
the boss room for this stage. So that's why it's taking a long time. It's a memory trick here. That's why the NES really is confused here. Don't know what to do. So it's gonna make you spawn right here on the boss next checkpoint.
Yeah, and honestly, like, so the way you do it is you slide in, or no, you don't slide in, but you arrow in on a specific pixel as that like enemy's about to. Yeah, there is like a way that you can slide in.
Yeah, we're gonna check in the Mega Man 4. It's actually the last time, just last match. The only way he said is actually no to do this trick. It's not with the easy strats with the 3 arrows, but it's into sliding into the enemies. So hopefully we're gonna see that.
That's gonna be so swag.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Nero did the safe 3 arrow setup. Pretty much you just jump up after you shoot an arrow, then you land on the arrow, and then you shoot from that first arrow, and then you shoot again from the second arrow, and it's the same pixel every time. It's actually easier to learn that than the Crystal Man stage, because I actually don't know the Crystal Man stage. I didn't learn it. I just learned that warp.
Yeah, it was really at first when I first tried. I discovered this zip when I was looking at other people in the Mega Man. And was like, okay, I don't think I didn't know the 3 hour setup at first, so I was like, I don't think anyone's gonna try this trick into the tournament. So I actually learn how to do a Crystal Man stage, and pretty well, like with really efficient save strats and everything.
Yeah.
Was like, okay, I'm ready, and at the end I was like, okay, I need to learn that freaking trick.
The good thing about the warp is it saves like 10 or 15 seconds if you have like compared to like the perfect stage. Yeah. And like nobody ever has the perfect stage for Crystal Man for sure, because like there's just so much going on with that stage. Like you need to have like good arrow placement, and it's like it's scary.
Yeah, you're gonna see that stage into when people are doing the complete game, because they need to get the letter for adding beat into the White Castle stages, who helps a lot.
Yeah, that's why this is pretty much only used in 46.
So like like you said, Richard, for me, I think that skip actually saved a minute, because I'm so bad at Crystal Man stage.
That would save me like 10 minutes, because I actually don't know the stage. So I'd just be walking through the whole thing. It would actually be faster for me to just game over and try again. Like that's my backup strat if I don't get the warp and I run out of arrow. I'm just gonna game over.
So here, one thing into the other, the only, well, in Mega Man you don't have the screen, but the only game in Mega Man 2, when you're finishing a stage, is gonna be password first, and then it's gonna be stage select. That you need to go down and choose it. But all the other Mega Mans, stage select is on the first is the first choice. Oh,
it looks like Jonathan. I think he walked off of that instead of jumping. That's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, like so this rain here, you can see that it's actually going basically the opposite direction of you. It's going towards the left, and so if you're not used to these jumps, the rain will actually push you a little bit further to the left. Oh no, and it looks like he actually gets a game over here. That's a little bit unfortunate, losing a little bit of time. That does mean, though, he does get his bright back.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing. Because
you
he
don't
definitely wants it for this stage.
Especially for the mid-bosses here. You don't want to fight these snails.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like he does finally make it through this first screen. He was probably having a little bit of nerve issues there, you know. He did have a race before, but you know, it's definitely scary when you're racing against one of the best runners in this category.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Nero doing Stone Man very easy. This is a very technical stage, though. Like you had to have very a tight arrows here. You see him switching to Jet here. He's going to be shooting everything down as he goes towards the end of the stage, and then he's going to switch to Napalm Bomb. and killing
If you're
Stoneman.
if you're used to rush jet into the other Mega Man, in Mega Man 5 rush jet works not the same way. You're not gonna be able to jump like in Mega Man and control him. You're just gonna shoot him and he's gonna wait. He's gonna advance and go through without you if he needs to.
Yeah,
So-
and it looks like Jonathan entering the hardest boss fight in Mega Man 4. Toadman. Very
we wish,
difficult, man. So hard.
Yeah, absolutely. He did pretty well here.
Oh, wow, look at that. This is some really fast menuing by Jonathan. He kills the boss and then straight into the menu.
Yeah.
That's really fast.
Yeah, I
His game
think
switching is on point.
I don't know. Nero is playing on the. Is it emulator or?
I don't remember, actually. I don't recall.
I think he's playing on the.
I guess I could check the leaderboards for that.
Yeah, I got for the on Mega Man. Yeah, I got the flashcard on the.
Oh,
NES,
okay,
yeah.
flashcard. Interesting. Yeah, that is a little bit slower than emulator, if I believe correctly.
Yeah, but a lot of people, a lot of runners.
Everyone
really
wants to play
prefer.
on the original.
Yeah, they love
I
it.
would
It's
prefer to play it
smoother.
too.
Yeah, it's smoother. People are saying that it's once they were playing on emulator and they changed for the original setup with the NES, even with a flashcard or something.
Yeah.
They can't go back to emulator. It just feels smoother and tighter than the
Yeah,
real
one
thing
day-
is always yeah.
One day, hopefully, I'll be able to.
Yeah, I think that's my project for the next year is gonna be get myself equipped with some good old NES and original cartridge.
Yeah, actual hardware.
Yeah. So here, I don't know. I didn't check if Nero dedicated his chicken room to anyone.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Obviously, I hopped in a little bit late, but
Yeah, hopefully we're gonna
we're
have
just gonna
a.
assume that he didn't. Hopefully, Jonathan has a dedication.
Hopefully, it's always cool to have one in every match. Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you dedicated your chicken room
I
in your
didn't.
last match?
I
Oh, you
didn't.
didn't.
I was like thinking, who should I dedicate this to? And then I didn't think of anyone, unfortunately. I'll definitely
On
think
my
for,
PB,
for
I
one for
dedicated
my next race.
chicken room to my mother.
Oh, that's so nice. That's why you got a PB. If you didn't, you wouldn't have gotten the PB. And now we can see Nero using pauses to get rid of the stones on screen because they last forever.
So we can talk a little bit about that Power Stone weapon, which is the favorite of all the runner probably, and the Mega Man community in general. So this thing, as you can see, it takes forever to get
Swirls
out of
around the screen.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, and it's really tedious to try to aim with that thing. The stones are going to are doing little circles over you, so trying to aim with that weapon is really something. The only place you're gonna use it, Mega Man 5 is probably like the 2 fight with the Charge Man weapon, or actually, I think in Mega Man 5 people are actually skipping the boss fight a lot of times. So
Yeah. Well, it's
usually
like
that's the only time you're seeing that weapon.
Yeah, it's not the smoothest weapon for sure.
Hmm.
And it looks like Nero's going to be going through Wave Man. We'll see if he goes for some arrow strats in this bubble room here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see everything from Nero at this point.
Yeah, and boat skip too.
So the boat skip, I don't know. You can actually softlock the game with that one if you're not careful.
Yeah,
So it's trying to where the fast arrow is going. I think a little
We'll see if he
problem
gets the
here,
slide.
but yeah, it's pretty well.
yeah. You have to slide at the screen transition, not when the
There we
boat
go.
happens. Because there's like a position where your arrows leave the screen, and it looks like if the dolphins that jump up are facing to the
Mhm.
left, like the normal way, he's fine. Doesn't seem like he's flash lock.
For this one, actually, so the time save for this skip or this glitch is actually really, really minimum. It's gonna be like 1 second or something. The only
Yeah,
time you're gonna save is at the end of the section where you're gonna slide instead of walking with Mega Man. So
Might not even be 1 second. I think it's maybe like half a second.
yeah. So well, actually, it can save a lot of time here because maybe with
It's when
this
you
fight,
slide
because my
through
my
the
fight
mini
with
boss.
that guy is way more longer than.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
so
guy is
here
hard
you
if you
can
don't know his
actually,
pattern.
yeah, you can actually menu with Mega Man, so you can move freely or.
Yeah. Now it looks like Jonathan's going on to Gyro Man here, so
It's really can make
hopefully
this
he does fine.
yeah, make this section a little bit more exciting because I don't know for Mega Man runners when they actually play that casually even when they were kids, but I don't think any runner actually liked this section of Mega Man 5.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty hard if you don't know, if you don't memorize, how the enemies show up. Luckily, it is in fact the same every time, but still kind of.
Yeah, but it's
hard.
not really because it's difficult. It's just because it's freaking long, and I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
auto scroller are the worst enemy for a speedrunner
Yeah, for sure.
because you can't do anything a lot of time.
You
just
never gain
have
any
to
time.
wait.
You can only lose time, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go.
And now on to Mega Man 6.
Mega Man 6 from Nero. A bit more, so Pricey is saying that both skip stays a bit more than 3 seconds.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So it's
Percy
gonna
dropped
be,
the knowledge bombs. He should be in here instead of watching on his couch. No, but shout outs to Percy. He was casting yesterday, I think.
yeah, with
afternoon match.
Avalon Star, yeah.
Yeah, because I know our afternoon matches, we sometimes have a little bit more trouble finding people.
Yeah, during the week.
Everyone's kind of busy during the
morning.
week.
Yeah,
Still fun though. Looks like Nero
absolutely.
having an easy time with the improv room here in Mega Man 6.
So here, yeah, we're seeing the
We'll see if he does
actually,
slides here. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
we
Not
saw
quite Pod Dot level.
Yeah, Pod Dot tried every trick that he know into a Mega Man 6 yesterday and cost him like a lot of time.
Yeah, he did game over, unfortunately. Prissy just woke up. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Wait. Hold on. Don't you live in Germany? Isn't it like 6 p.m. there? Prissy, how are you just waking up? But no, that's fine. Yeah, Nero just going through the end of Windman stage here.
So
Very
here we're
easy.
gonna see Crystal Man stage from Jonathan, and
All right, let's see the single arrow setup.
It's not even gonna be the single arrow; it's gonna be the slide setup.
Oh, the slide setup.
So which is actually more difficult, I think, than the only one arrow setup. So it's gonna take damage here. That's the same setting though. Yeah, you want to take a lot of damage here, so you're gonna be able to just take a hit from the third guy and actually die at this place. So there we go.
All right, let's see this.
If there's the other guy, actually, he's got his ball on.
Wait, but it doesn't look like he had.
No.
It doesn't look like he got it
No.
because the ball is on there. Okay, he is gonna try again. I mean, I guess the good thing about this, right, is you don't use arrow, so
Mhm.
you can try as many times.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have 0 lives.
Yeah, I don't know how many life does Jonathan have, but it's Mega Man 5, so we're gonna trust the
All right,
game.
Baron has spoken in chat.
There
Slide
we
setup
go.
is insane. So.
So-
Oh, he does get it! Oh my god.
Yeah, he does get in on this one. So
If he's
A
Baron's
big-
saying if he's going to do this setup,
I think we
he should
can
learn the
yeah, I
polarity
think,
method.
yeah.
Maybe he can mention that in chat for us. Very nice.
Mm.
Now, Flame Man stage. Flame Man, known to be the only stage in Mega Man where if you die, if you get flames earlier in the stage, that the flames persists through your
Mhm.
next life. We'll see if he kills Roland up here.
So
Going
we
up into this room.
Yeah, we saw some people doing Flame Force in the tournament. I think it was it was
Was it
and
Primal?
Fishbowl. Primal
Yeah.
and Fishbowl, yeah. So what do you think about this route?
So the thing about doing flame first is the flame fight is actually kind of hard because he has some pillars that he can throw up, and so you can't actually shoot through those. The generally accepted faster route is wind first, because you you don't actually use flame in that at all. You can just bust it through the whole stage. But some of the more old school runners, flame first used to be the route, the go-to route. And I know Primal raced or played these games a long time ago, so maybe it's just what he's more comfortable with. Oh my god, Nero! No! Oh my god! No, the flame RNG was not on his side today.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, when the flames it's basically oil on the ground, but
oh my god!
lit up yet again.
Oof. Yeah. So this stage, he actually you can see the flames there. That's usually oil, but since he died in a previous life, the flame stayed the same. Through that part.
There we go. A little damage boost here from Nero.
Yeah.
Just to be quite sure.
It's very slow now, especially since this end part does have a couple of flames now. All right, he does take a damage boost at the end there, but it's totally safe. He just needs to slide once, and he's good.
Yeah, the flames are acting like once the oil is light up, it's gonna add like spikes, so you can go through the flames if you got an iframe going.
Yeah. Jonathan actually using up all of his arrow in this screen. So he was hoping for a refill here, but there is a 1 arrow setup that you can do where you can just damage boost through this second guy.
There we go.
Or through the first guy.
You're gonna see some people, either damage boost or you're gonna see some rush jet going on there sometime.
Yeah, the rush jet is definitely slower. Because he had the menu out of it, but luckily he did have that 1 arrow left over, so you can just go through the rest of the stage.
Ooh, so really unfortunate death for Jonathan here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a big one because the checkpoint was.
Those little head guys that come up from the bottom of the screen are sometimes scary too.
So hopefully that's not a game over for Jonathan here.
Yeah, I don't think it is. It is Mega Man 5, so he probably got a lot of extra lives.
Yeah, but he did the crystal skip twice.
Oh yeah. Well, luckily it is Mega Man 5. He gets, MM5 references all over the place. And Nero's on to Blizzard, man. We'll see if he does bomb skip.
I don't think so because even Pod.
You really had to be insane.
You have to be insane. So if you weren't there for the race yesterday against Podot and OGN right here, Richard, Richard did the bomb skip, which is really insane at this place. It's a really neat trick, and it's really, correct me if I'm wrong, depending on kind of changes here.
It's all RNG. No, it is all RNG. There's like a 50% chance that the pixels, the subpixel does actually appear there. But yeah, the slide off of. But at that point. Poddot wasn't Centaur Man, so there's pretty much no way for me to win. I was like, might as well go out with a bang, right? And then I got it.
You put a swag, and that trick blows everyone's mind into.
Oh no, Jonathan! Is that a game over? Please don't tell me that's a game over.
Yeah, that is. So that's gonna be really unfortunate for Jonathan. He's gonna have to redo all the stages here.
Stage. Yeah, that's
the worst thing. You don't want that to happen on the 46, or it's going to depend on the state, but it can be like a 3-minute loss here.
Yeah, he was on pretty good pace too. Looked like he might have gotten a PB with this run, and now he's going to have to fight hard to get that PB.
Even there, I don't know what is PB of Jonathan. On Mega Man RTA, it's 2 hours 16, but I'm sure we can see him like do a 2:07 or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I didn't check Nero.
He's got 2:11. This is PB.
Yeah, pretty sure we didn't see any bomb skip from Nero here.
No, he didn't. He didn't do it. I was watching. Unfortunately, he just did the normal damage boost through the bomb, right next to the boss door. And that's a safe strat. It really only saves. You save 4 seconds, or you lose like 45 seconds. So it's really not worth it to try.
No, especially in the 46 robot.
Especially when you're at the end of a 46 robot master. But you know what? If you want to go for swag, then by all means, just go for it. Now, Plant Man stage. So the beginning of the stage is fairly easy, but the plant forms at the end. We're probably going to definitely see Nero not switch away from Flame Man and try to go for some crazy plant form jumps, but they could definitely be scary sometimes. Even Pot Dot, I believe, died there yesterday. So,
yeah, I think it was really difficult section for Pot Dot yesterday.
It's not even. So if the Mega Man 6 world record holder dies to it, it can happen to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like
Especially
Jonathan
when you never played.
Napalm.
Yeah, this time there we go. And for the springs on Mega Man 6, it works like Cheney was saying the other day. When you're first trying Mega Man 6, you're gonna try to apprehend these springs.
Like, the one jump on the mini boss. That's really
the second time. That's the second time. You did it on the first one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot of mashing here because it takes 6 shots with a flame. I think the monkeys here got 24 health.
Ooh, Nero does switch to Buster, so he is playing it very safe here.
Yep. So you can actually jump on these platforms where you're not supposed to when they're close, but they're gonna push you from the right to left here.
It's always scary watching people do these jumps.
Holy shit.
Very nice though.
Yeah, a very nice section from Nero. That was really a tight one.
Let's see if he can get the
because even on this section, when you're trying to do when you're jumping like full jump on the spring, it's really a tight one. If you're waiting a little bit too much, you're gonna fall to your death.
5, 6, got the 6 hit. Very nice. All right, good fight. Very good fight by Nero. He got the 6 hit by basically so. If Plant Man goes to the left there, you can just slide forward, and then you're in perfect position so that he doesn't put up a shield again. I don't know exactly how it works, but definitely something I need to learn. But he did get all 6 of the hits that he could have gotten out of that, and then did a very nice fight to finish it off.
This fight is really impressive when executed by the runners.
Yeah. Now, Tomahawk Man, we're going to see some more mashing here on this first screen, and then we're going to see the importance of Flame Man's ability, because you're going to be using that for the rest of the stage, pretty much.
Yeah, Flame Man is really the OP weapon into Mega Man 6. I think it's dealing, people actually were saying it's dealing pretty much 4 damage to everything in the game.
Yeah.
So sometime if you got like the monkeys in the Plant Man stage who got 24 health, you're gonna have to shoot them 6 times. Here these things, I don't know how many health they got, but it's only 4 shots. And a lot of enemies in this game only got like 2 HP, so you're gonna pass like butter into it, pretty much everything.
Yeah, pretty much. And also, like, it actually kind of helps with the arcing animation of the Flame Man, flame. For like this top section of Tomahawk Man, he kind of wanted to use a flame to kill those last 2 skull guys. He didn't, but like that's just like a good thing about the flame ability is you can shoot from a little bit higher, and as you fall down into a screen, like the flame will fall onto the enemies that are on the lower parts of the screen. Looks like Jonathan, he's got 2 stages left in Mega Man 5, so not bad pace for himself, which is
absolutely good. We're talking about here a player who's playing against a world record in this category for. So Jonathan is doing extremely well in this run.
Yeah, and he's using Arrow here in Charge Man to good use. He is going to use a safe arrow strat for his second room, though. Oh no! Oh, he gets hit by the Met on a train, and he's gonna have to slide through this whole room. Unfortunately,
he could have menu change to take maybe Crystal, the regular Buster. So he's gonna change to Crystal at the end.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the chicken room. I don't know if I don't think we had any dedication for this room from Jonathan here.
That's okay. Now with just 3 stages left for Nero, looks like he's actually going to be getting a pretty good time overall, because it seems like a lot of the top times in the tournament so far have been like 145s, I believe. Like 145.14, I think, is the...
I think it's Nero who did that yesterday.
Yeah.
Or maybe Baron.
No, Baron got a 145.14. Nero got a 145.16.
Oh,
And imagine if they meet in the bracket. That's going to be a really close matchup.
yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. So, like we were saying, in the other Mega Man games, you're gonna see a lot of times gonna be one or two runners actually fighting for a world record here. But in this tournament, since it's 6 games, 6 different games, you're gonna see a lot of people with different backgrounds from all the Mega Man series, and we actually got at least 4 or 5 people that can pretend to the world title.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes, like people were saying, sometimes slow and steady is gonna win the race. So if you got safer strats, especially on a 46 robot master race like this, sometimes you can win the race.
Sometimes consistency is better than optimal strats.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so Nero just finishing up this. He does 2 shots for that first spring guy, and then he switches to Tomahawk. And so hopefully, Yamato Man is the easiest fight, but the patented Facet CC Yamato fight could always happen where he takes like tons of damage. Looks like he's fine though. Yeah.
This fight can be a little tricky when you don't know what.
Yeah, he really only has 2 moves: jump up and shoot 3 things, or shoot the spear across.
Really find funny that the boss is actually shooting the spear and I have to slowly walk to fetch it every time.
He's like, oh no, I dropped it over there. Let me go pick it up.
Just give me a second, okay?
Let me just walk across the stage real quick. Sorry, I dropped that.
You can actually see him creating timeout when he go fetching it.
Yeah. Now we're on to Nightman. Nightman's pretty straightforward stage when you know what you're doing. It's always scary though, like in the spike section.
Yeah, or we're gonna see if we're seeing a quick spike here. Probably, I will be surprised.
Yeah,
there.
No, it's really easy once you learn how to do it. You just pause as it gets towards the bottom, and the spikes section actually keeps moving.
So do you have to wait a little bit for it, or you're just pausing and changing the weapon as fast as you can? Okay, it's really. But you have to do it at a specific spot.
There's also a way that you can do it without pausing, but I don't know exactly how that works. But I know that people do it.
Just taking maybe
I think a damage boost.
D-boost, by the enemy probably.
Let's see. Looks like people are wondering how many deaths Nero took. He took at least 3. I don't remember. I wasn't here for any of the first 2 games. I don't know if he died at all.
No, Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 2 were both. I think it was really at the end of the run, on especially Flameman stage. And, he took 2 deaths here. I don't remember for the other games though.
Yeah, I think it was 3 deaths total. Could be wrong,
really,
but
really clean run where we're talking about. Even for the world record holder, it's really difficult to do a 2-hour race without any mistakes or death for these things.
Yeah.
Of course, you got the 2 unintentional death in the Mega Man 2, but we don't really count them.
We'll see if Nightman just stays on the ground. That's the nicest thing that he could possibly do, is stay on the ground and not jump.
Yeah,
and it looks like he does.
Nero have really nice pattern for Nero here.
Very nice.
And Jonathan's on his way, to a Waveman fight.
He's gonna finish Mega Man 5 by the time.
He's about half life here, or half health, so he may want to take it a little easy.
Yeah, he might actually buster this fight, because the buster fight is actually possibly easier. Like, if you know the pattern, it's pretty easy. Oh my god, this is actually kind of scary. All right, no, we're good. It's kind of scary because sometimes.
Mega Man 6 for Jonathan. So just the fact that Jonathan is starting Mega Man 6 before Nero finishes, it's really
that's impressive.
Quite a feat here.
Yeah, that was my goal for when I was playing against Pot Dot. I was like, if I can get to Mega Man 6 before he finishes, I will be a happy man. Yeah, Baron's saying if Nero gets a perfect centaur, he can get 145-14. Said tie what Baron got. And that'd be pretty crazy. It looks like, yeah, so with this stage, like, there's some different strats. Like, some people switch to Night Crusher early in the stage, some people switch it later in the stage. He does the damage boosts through the little fish enemy there. It's faster than waiting for the water, but it's always, like, kind of worrying.
Low deboost here. So we're gonna see Jonathan's gonna be a Windman first too.
Yeah.
But I
Windman
heard
definitely
it's
generally
really
accepted as
and
fastest.
yeah. Unfortunately,
If you don't know what you're doing, though, those spikes can kill you.
yeah, unfortunately, the Jonathan here jump and the last fan here really push you on the spikes every time. If you jump here, you're on your way to the death. So it's gonna be the last guy here. So Centaur.
Wow, this is going to be pretty close, actually. Is this going to be the fastest run of the tournament?
What is the fastest? It's
45-14.
14. May gonna see it. We're gonna check. We're gonna pop the.
Oh, I don't have the SRL race opens. I don't know his exact time.
There we go. So yeah, the speedrun live on the race bot. We got a 1 hour 45:09 from Nero. So that is the fastest time from
very nice
for the 46 Robot Master in this tournament so far. So GG to Nero.
Yeah,
really
GG.
well done. Incredible run.
And now Jonathan having some trouble in the improv room again. But he does make it through, so that's as much as you can ask for, really. And with this pace, he can get sub 210. Hopefully, if he doesn't make it too many mistakes. Yep. Who will break the 145? Says Baron. That is.
I don't know.
Is it going to be you, Baron? Maybe it'll be Mazmov over here.
Oh, I don't think so.
Not with that attitude. But yeah. No, so it looks like Jonathan's taking a bunch of damage through Windman stage. I mean, it's fine because the Windman fight is free, but or hopefully free.
Yeah, this one with the Buster is one of the easiest. Windman is really slow. He's gonna try to pull you through with the little fan or air, but except for that, even with his shooting projectile, I mean, they're really easy to
yeah, you just
dodge.
slide away from him while he's sucking you in, and then you just stay in the middle of his the arc of his weapon, and like you have a giant window to stay in the middle of his arc. So you can see Jonathan sliding here. You gather charge a little bit faster that way. Oh no, he gets hit there, but that's fine. Just a small little loss there.
And there we go. So yeah, I was considering to try maybe Flame first, because the only time you can save, people are saying it's not the Windman weapon is pretty faster, but my Windman is so sloppy that I would say maybe I can save some time here, but I thought about it afterwards and I said, yeah, Buster with Flame's not gonna work for me.
Yeah, no. But if you think the Windman fight with Buster is hard, the Flame Man fight with Buster is hard, for sure. I tried it at one point and it was not pretty. Not pretty for me at all. Now, Jonathan on Flame Man. Let's see if he can have a moral victory here, because Nero died twice here. It'll be a moral victory if he doesn't die at all, right? He'll win the small battle. He might have lost the race, but this could be a small battle that he wins.
And Jonathan is not new or to Mega Man 6. He knows his way. You can see him trying to do. He's gonna slide in all the way through the game. So Jonathan know how to do on the second half of the game. Mega Man 4, 5, and 6. He know his way around. Even on Mega Man 3.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely gonna be finishing this race off strong. He is on PB pace, which is very nice.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We might gonna see Jonathan and Nero from this group. This is the group A. That's the third match of this group. We got Mega Fan X that we didn't see running on this category in this tournament. But we got Big Z. Unfortunately, he's got 2 losses. Nero's gonna have 2 wins, and Jonathan's gonna have a win and a loss. So we might gonna see him in the round.
Yeah, we'll see how he does against Mega Fan X, because that's probably gonna be the deciding match right there if Jonathan can beat him.
Yeah, absolutely.
What Mega Fan X's time is, but you know, hopefully he'll get his first match done soon, so we can kind of have a feel on how good he is. Like, some of these groups are just straight up scary though. Like, it seems pretty hard to advance out of like a lot of these groups with so many good players in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got like, I think I'm checking out Group E. You got B Cord, Casio Tord, Mr. Cab, and Prince.
Yeah,
which is a really tough group to do. You got 3 incredible runners. I think Princess is a little bit more new to the Mega Man. Mega Man
Magical
series.
Girl has been. I think she's a big fan of Mega Man overall, but I don't think she's practiced in the classic Mega Man games.
But you can see that's the kind of group you can. There's a lot going on in here. Even yours,
since we were seated
Richard,
by
I mean, you got
times.
Peapod, you got Pot Dot, Darkman, and Kingster. I think Kingster is good runner too, so we didn't see him play right now, but
I think it's going to be a tough climb for me or Canster to make it out of the group, but
yeah, for the viewers, you're in for today. By the way, today is going to be an incredible day for Mega Man. I got a spreadsheet here.
we have so many races today.
You're gonna have 5 matches today for to see, and you're gonna see something. You're not gonna
you're
see.
coming up too.
Yeah, but you're gonna see 2. There are gonna be one match is gonna be at 2 p.m. Eastern, and there's gonna be another group at 9 p.m. Eastern. But there are gonna be 4-way races. It's gonna be 2 matchup at the same place. I think they're gonna rebroadcast on the same site. So you're gonna be able to see 4 players playing 46 Robot Master at the same time. But it's still gonna be one-on-one matchup though. It's not gonna be a battle royale or a, you know.
It'll still be cool to see who finishes first, though, out of all of them. Let's see.
Yeah.
You and I feel like you and Avalon Star have pretty close times. I think MC Ravenator has a slower time, and Professor has a faster time. But I think you two have a kind of similar time, right? A little over 2 hours.
Yeah, I got the.
Oh, you got the sub 2 actually yesterday, right?
Yeah. I was really
that.
happy. Thank you. But that's gonna be really interesting. I think the 4th match is we're gonna see who is on for 9 p.m.
Dark Terex, Doisum, Colonel Fatso, and Infinite Mystery. Colonel Fatso playing a lot today.
Yeah, Colonel Fatso is gonna do 2 matches today, and he's a pretty good runner. He's got a PB of 1 hour 47 minutes, so that's gonna be incredible.
He'll warm up in the first one, and then playing that second one. But yeah, let's see. Jonathan now going into Blizzard Man. He did not go for Bomb Skip. So, oh well. One day.
I think you're going to be the only person that we see in the...
I told myself I was going to try in every run, but if I'm ahead of Darkman, I'm probably not going to try.
No, I mean, that was a smart... even there, that was really risky. So I thought you may gonna try it, but take a game over at the first screen of Blizzard.
That was scary because I
first.
had 0 lives because I had died twice in Flame Man, and I didn't actually expect that it was going to work. But yeah, Jonathan, gonna be going into Plant Man now. We'll see if plant forms are nice to him. I'm assuming he's probably going to go into Buster Strats for the last screen as well, just because it's far too scary to do. There's one double jump that you had to do off of a plant form, and that's sometimes really scary to do. We'll see if he can one-hit these, or one-jump these monkey enemies as well.
That is really tricky to do, to the one jump for these 8. To do it one shot in it's getting a little bit difficulty with the ladders here though.
Yeah, this one guy that just jumps up and kind of hones in on you is sometimes pretty scary.
Oh my god.
He's fine. Alright, let's see if this one jump happens. He's actually he waited for Eddie, he got a 1-up. I guess that could be useful if he might be dying here. One jump? Oh
Yeah,
my god. No, not quite. It's
Eddie
close.
is really it's really a blessing to have Welly, Eddie, sorry, giving you one-ups and
Eddie's
maybe
really a
4,
love-hate
5, and 6.
relationship. You know, sometimes he gives you an E-tank, and then sometimes he gives you like a weapon energy refill when you have full energy.
Yeah, you don't need it, but sometimes, yeah, usually the run is not really a concern for the runners, usually, I think, because if you're sliding, just making your way, you're just gonna pass him without any problem.
Yeah. And it looks like now he's on to the final section of the stage. We'll see if he just switches to Buster here. So as we wrap up these final stages, let's take this time to interview you, since you have a match coming up. What do you think your chances are against Colonel Fatso? Do you think you
well,
can take it down? You did just sub 2, so
I think we're.
if he has a really bad run, you never know.
For Colonel Fatso with his 1 hour 47, I think he's pretty. He's gonna be in his pocket for this one. I'm just gonna try my best. I do need to take a shower though before that first run, but it's gonna be about for an hour to 20 minutes for you guys. Is it gonna be on speedrun life or
Speed gaming? I think, yeah.
Speed gaming. So on the same channel.
Back on speed gaming after a little break here. Looks like Jonathan just doing the normal Plant Man fight.
If you're craving some Mega Man today, guys, you're gonna be just take a snack, take a drink, and you're gonna be served for the afternoon at least. Yeah.
And have a good day. Well, good afternoon and night. Like, there will be a little break for dinner time, and then at 9 p.m. there's gonna be two more matches, and those are actually gonna be on different channels. It looks like, because we have 2 sets of commentators for that. And I think the other channel might
I think Channel mentioned it yesterday. So yeah, I think we're gonna have one speedrun live and one on speed gaming. So you're gonna be able to watch one or the other, or actually have maybe the 2 windows, different windows open for these matches if you don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, or like these next couple weeks you're not going to be short on any Mega Man action as everyone tries to finish their groups on time.
No, I think we've done maybe 10 matches or so, between 10 and 15, and you still got, for the first brackets, guys, you still got 45 matches to go. So it's 60 matches for the first brackets.
Yeah, and
in the next 2 weeks.
Some haven't scheduled yet, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see all these coming up soon. Now, Jonathan just going through Tomahawk Man, very straightforward. It does look like he used a ton of flame on the early part of the stage, so he might not have enough for the end of the stage. He does go back to get the E-Tank, too. That's kind of funny. But, as you can see, Eddie, being a bro, sometimes getting an E-Tank for you.
Sometimes better be safe than sorry, guys.
Yeah, especially with the Tomahawk Man fight, since you have to be so close to him. If you're not used to his pattern, you can get hit a bunch of times.
Yeah, actually, that's the safe strat. I'm doing a lot of times just getting the flame and stay just to be sure. E-tank and then stay really close to Tomahawk.
Yeah, as you can see, Jonathan kind of ran out of flame here at the end of the stage, so he's just gonna have to slide through these guys, and then also slide through the last screen, because you don't want to waste a menu switching to anything other than Plant Man here. Oh, he might actually E-tank here. He could have busted and then E-tank.
Yeah, I think he's gonna deboost everywhere and then probably take an E-tank.
Alright, yeah. Alright, so he does make it through the last screen without dying. That's pretty much as much as you could ask for, really. And it looks like he switches to Plant Man here, so he is going to go for the fight. He could always E-tank in the fight, too.
Yeah,
but that
no
is an extra
E-tank
menu.
here, so with 2 E-tanks, I mean, that would... You could have tried, yeah.
It takes the E-tank. But that's okay. He's going to get the fight easily now, though.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's always the same. We're saying if you take the E-tank, you're still okay, but you can make it. But you're gonna take the E-tank, you're gonna make the fight without taking any. And if you don't, though, you're gonna die.
Yeah. It looks like Jonathan's actually shaping up to get a pretty good time here. He's gonna PB by like maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, four stages to go, and he's on for
216 is his PB then.
Yeah.
PB
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Jonathan here on. I don't remember what was his time for the last match. Actually, we can check that.
Yeah, on his splits it says 2:11:14 is his PB.
Okay.
So he will save a chunk of time over that, which is definitely nice in a race setting. Like it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, on the
race.
46, you're always looking for the perfect run or the one you're really gonna be satisfied about. But a lot of time doesn't work this way. You're gonna trim some fat, trim some time on the run, and then you're gonna take a stupid death or something. Your thumb's gonna slip or something, or you're gonna be a little risky and lose time somewhere else. But you really want to trim minute by minute in this category.
Wow, Jonathan taking a lot of damage through the top part of this stage, and then also to the little robot enemy there. So he's gonna also have to take another damage boost at the top of the ladder here. So he's gonna have to be careful with his health as he goes into the fight, which is should be fine. Like we were saying earlier, fairly easy pattern. It actually looks like he opts to use the E-Tank here. Very safe by him. Don't blame him, because he has the E-Tank. He doesn't really need it for the last 2 stages. So just being extremely safe here. Going through these... actually taking a little bit more damage than he probably wants on these springs. Oof. But he probably does have enough health for the fight, which is good.
There we go. Well, yeah, for the Yamato fight, even for new runners like me, if you're more than if you got more than half of your life, or you're pretty confident.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's taking some hits here. Oh my god, this is scary. That arrow was coming right at him. Oh wow.
Yeah, well done for Jonathan here. That was
Jonathan
really...
making your hearts race.
He's doing that for the show, for the viewers, that's for sure.
What a showman! Definitely making it a little bit closer than he probably would have wanted.
Yeah. So, well.
Oh no! Did he go into the wrong stage? Oh no! That might be it for his PB chances. He's gonna have to game over here. This is actually his second strategic game over, because he had to game over in Mega Man 3 as well, unfortunately. So,
so one thing from Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, you can actually redo stages, because there's any person you can go fetch different parts and things. So if you miss menu, you're more likely to do the same stage all over again, or maybe another one that you already did. So the only thing, he can actually reset here, or he's maybe gonna have to use password or something, but he's just gonna take the death here, the game over, and then go on his way. So
he spends an extra second on the stage select screen to make sure that he presses stage select.
Oh yeah.
That was actually one of the scariest things for me, because my Mega Man 2 menuing is a lot, like I don't have the order memorized. Like I had to stare at the screen for a second to make sure I don't miss menu.
All the other, well, at least in Mega Man 2, it's just gonna see the passwords. Still painful when you miss menu. But yeah, Mega Man 2 is the only one, and they fixed that after that. When you're finishing, we mentioned it before, but when you finish a stage, is gonna be the password screen first, and then the second choice is gonna be a stage select.
Yeah, that's the other thing about learning these 6 games. Is you don't have to just learn the stages; you have to learn to menu in them.
Yeah,
and that's like people don't think about that, but as you can see here, that's something that some runners they might lose some time if they're not exactly used to the muscle memory of going to the different stages. It happens to me sometimes too, mismenuing.
You can mismenu, and one thing I think is be underrated for people at first is when you're trying to learn a new game or a new Mega Man game, It's you need to learn where you need to go in the menus, not just by looking, but actually know your inputs and know where you're trying to go. You can trim so many so many seconds just to knowing where you're going in the menus.
Yeah, it looks like Mad Nerd's there. He does have exactly enough energy, I think, for 5, 6, 7 to kill Nightman. So he's gonna have to be very careful and not waste any energy here, or else he's gonna have to switch.
So yeah, he used a lot of spear weapon in this stage.
Yeah, so hopefully
or he's gonna have to not have to finish him with the buster, because Nightman with the with those buster can be with the shield and everything can be a pain to fight.
He is taking it very safe. He's making sure that Nightman's out of iframes before he goes and shoots again. So very good by Jonathan.
There you go. Yeah, smart choice here.
One stage left now.
And he's saying, we got John in the chat saying that you're Richard Reed just saved his life.
Commentary saved his life.
I think for the amount of shot that he had to left for a night.
Yeah, counting is definitely a skill, a very underrated skill that you need in these Mega Man games. Like especially for like ammo, and then for also in Mega Man 4 for Bright Man, making sure that he doesn't use flash on you. If you he went for Miracle Jump and he didn't quite get it. But he also tries to go for the backwards damage boost on the first little enemy on this screen is really hard too. He's attempting that as well.
But even with that, for checking out for it's more likely to be a new PB for Jonathan.
Yeah, he looks like he'll get like a 208 or something like that, which is very, very good time, very solid time.
Every PB in races are more than welcome, I think, for any runners.
Yeah, especially with the number of issues that he ran into in some of the early games. Like, there's going to be a lot of time for him to save. Like, he can definitely be a contender for his group for making it out of his group for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to see more of Jonathan, especially on his next race. The amount of time that he's going to be able to save just by menu rights. I think people are doing these mistakes once into their 46. After that, they're taking it really more slow and
careful,
slow and steady on the menu. Yeah.
Yeah, and now that he's in the last part of the stage, there's really nothing kind of left. He is a little bit low on health, which could be a little bit scary. But you should be able to switch to Night Crusher and do just fine in the end game.
Do you think he's gonna go for the ladder skip here? Save a few frames, maybe?
I'm not sure. Is he gonna damage boost through the squid guy? Okay, yeah, he is. Alright. Yeah, he should be fine on the Centaur fight.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's got a knee tank, or I know he's just fetch a life.
No, I think he used all his heat tanks. He'll be fine on lives,
I know he's got a life from Eddie, so even if things goes really bad,
let's just hope
he's not gonna have a game over.
Doesn't give a flash pattern and freeze or teleport. Wow, this is pretty bad RNG.
Commentary Chris right here.
Wow. Yo, Centaur Man being the biggest troll ever. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Oh no! Another teleport. Alright, there we go. 207.53.
There we
I believe that is a PB for Jonathan, though.
That is a PB, I think, for Jonathan, so it's good. On the race, but it's 2 hours 7 and 56, so
okay, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was a little bit slow on the dot done. Sometimes you can actually forget to push the dot done into a speedrun life once you finish your run on your timer.
Yeah, or like you hit your splits and then you forgot to type dot done, and so you had to like type it out and then press enter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you with the stress and everything, you can see people trying 3 or 4 times before get it right.
Yeah, exactly.
So congrats to both of the runners. First off, Nero with a time of 1 hour 45 and 09, the fastest time from for
Anyone in
now
this
on this, yeah, from anyone in this tournament so far. And we got Jonathan with a new PB of 2 hours 7 minutes and 56 seconds. So he can walk out with his chin up on this one.
Yeah, definitely. And now, for our audience watching, stay tuned, grab a bite to eat or something, because it looks like in an hour we're gonna have 2 more matches for you,
Yep.
featuring
So-
this one and only commentator right here, Mazimov, facing off against
dig it.
Colonel Fatso, and then MC Ravenator playing against Avalon Star. And so that's gonna be some exciting stuff coming up.
Yep. So this is gonna be for the one at 2 p.m. It's gonna be it's gonna be on Speed Gaming here. We're gonna have 4 screens, 4 players playing at the same time. So that's gonna be incredible. You don't want to miss that.
That's gonna be like super hectic.
Oh my god, I don't know who's gonna commentate these, but it's gonna be a lot of stuff to
Oh
talk
man,
about.
I sure
during
don't want to
this
do
race.
that. That's just gonna be like, just way too many things going on all at once.
Oh yeah. And tonight, before we stop, it's gonna be you got the other one tonight. You got 1 match on Speed Gaming and 1 match on Speedrun Live. It's gonna be at 9 o'clock p.m. East Daytime. It's gonna be Doik, CM. I don't know. Sorry for butchering your name.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it either.
Against Dark T-Rex, and the other match is gonna be coming up fast when gets against Infinite Mystery. So you don't want to miss that, especially that you got Fast and Chelney commentary for the first one. Is going to be you, Richard, and Konksei for the other one. So
Yeah,
that's going to be really pleasant for the viewers.
yeah, and those are, or at least the Deutschum and Dark Terex one, that is shaping up to be a pretty close match, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be really something interesting. So I think that's it for us. Anything more to say, Richard?
I think I'm good. Good luck with your match. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yep.
And thank you to the players for playing a very good race.
Congratulations again for both players. They were. You can follow the runners, guys, by putting exclamation mark runners. You got Nero and Jonathan. Pretty.
They're both in chat right now too. You can just click on their names.
There we go. So have a nice day, everyone, and see you soon, guys, for Mega Man 46 robots on this tournament. Bye bye.
Take it easy.
Yep.